Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome back to Obi'S Trending Gist. Today we are diving into some hot political takes that have stirred quite a conversation across Nigeria. Presidential advisor Daniel Bwala has been making headlines with his recent statements. On one hand, he is vehemently defending President Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu's constitutional right to contest for political office. On the other, he is launching some rather pointed criticism at Peter Obi's charitable endeavor, even questioning the quality and scale of his interventions. It is a fascinating and somewhat contradictory stance that has everyone talking. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Right? Well, all right. Let's take another story now. Presidential advisor Daniel Bwala has defended the constitutional right of Seyi Tinubu to contest for any political office, including Lagos State Governor, despite being President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son. Speaking on the Clarity Zone broadcast, Bwala said that being the president's son should not disqualify anyone from participating in politics. He dismissed suggestion that Seyi's charitable activities are politically motivated, arguing that people should not gaslight or blackmail him simply because of his family's background. Let's take a look.
Some people assumed that the way he's been doing a lot of this welfare, which he did not start yesterday, a long time, saying he want to become governor.
Yes.
Then I asked the question, is he not qualified
to be a governor? Even if he want to be governor.
They say no, because his father is a president. Then I asked the question. He hasn't said he's running, but I'm just saying, you don't gaslight or blackmail somebody, right? I said, even if his father is a president, what stops him from running?
Being a governor.
Absolutely.
He can even challenge his father in the election.
Exactly, in the next election.
Let us see how he will challenge his father.
Challenge his
father during the election.
He can even challenge. You should challenge his father.
Well, Daniel Bwala also criticized Peter Obi's charitable activities, questioning the scale and quality of his interventions. Bwala claimed that despite being a multi-billionaire, Peter Obi has no record of floating a foundation, alleging that Peter Obi limits his charitable givings to only 5 million naira and has never given beyond 50 million naira. Bwala also accused Peter Obi of providing substandard infrastructure, specifically targeting his borehole projects in northern Nigeria. Let's take a look.
Peter Obi is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
There is no record that Peter Obi has flouted a foundation. Because every man who believes he has a passion for humanity, every man that I've seen in terms of big men, they've flouted a foundation or a school.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with public interest and fund it so they can meet the need of the masses. Not a single one.
But there are good deeds that he does. Gives 100 million to this, to the streets.
He never give 100 million from Adam. I know he gives 5 million. He has ever given beyond 50. And even that 50 he gave, I can tell you the circumstances behind it. But let me tell you, he came to the northwest and north central that time after the election. And places where they didn't have water and he wanted to create borehole. Do you know the type of borehole Peter Obi gave them money to produce? Caveman days borehole, where somebody will climb and be bouncing like this, like a strip club. He'll be bouncing like that before water will come out.
Caveman borehole. Let me take this reaction.
Quite a strong opinion from Mr. Bwala there. Let's break down what we just heard. Firstly, Bwala's defense of Seyi Tinubu's right to run for office is rooted in a constitutional argument. He has said that simply being the son of the president should not disqualify anyone from participating in politics, and that Seyi's charitable activities should not be gaslighted or blackmailed as politically motivated. He even went as far as suggesting Seyi could challenge his own father in an election. Now, turning to Peter Obi, Bwala's tone shifted dramatically. He criticized Obi, describing him as a multi-billionaire who, according to Bwala, has no record of floating a foundation. Bwala further alleged that Obi limits his charitable giving to a maximum of 5 million naira and has never given beyond 50 million naira. Perhaps the most striking criticism was aimed at Obi's borehole project in northern Nigeria, which Bwala disparaged as substandard infrastructure, depicting them as cavemen borehole, where someone would have to climb and be bouncing to extract water. My critical take on this is that Bwala's comments certainly raise questions about consistency and potential political maneuvering. While it's true that any qualified citizen, including the president's son, has the constitutional right to seek office, the context of political dynasties and public perception often complicates this in Nigeria. Defending Seyi Tinubu's right to run is one thing, but then to immediately pivot and heavily scrutinize Peter Obi's charitable work seems to suggest a double standard at play. It is interesting that Bwala emphasizes the importance of a foundation for charitable work, dismissing individual acts of giving. The implication that charitable acts are only legitimate if channeled through a formal foundation or if they reach a certain financial threshold feels somewhat arbitrary and could be seen as an attempt to undermine Obi's public image. Furthermore, the vivid, almost caricature description of Obi's borehole as caveman structure comes across as deliberately demeaning rather than constructive criticism. If there are concerns about the quality of infrastructure, specific details and evidence would carry more weight than such dismissive language. Ultimately, in the current Nigerian political landscape, such statement often serves to score political points and shape narratives. Bwala, as a presidential advisor, is clearly engaging in political discourse that aims to uplift one camp while diminishing the another. The public, however, is increasingly discerning and will likely evaluate these statements not just on their face value, but also on the underlying motives and consistency of the argument presented. That's all for today on Obi'S Trending Gist. What are your thoughts on Bwala's comment? Do you agree with his defense of Seyi Tinubu or his criticism of Peter Obi? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending gists. See you next time.